Hi, besties. My name is Tricia Heals. I'm your psychic bestie, and you're listening to your Psychic Bestie Hotline. I wanted to start off and just say how happy I am. Tonight, my mom and I joined such a beautiful workshop from one of our psychic besties, Anna. And I also was able to see another friend, Kaya. So just being with the community that is surrounding me makes my soul light up. I know that all of the people that have found me are truly soul family. And if you're listening to this, just know that you are in this beautiful community and you're not alone. And I think that's something that so many people crave is feeling normal, feeling like you're not alone and having people you can laugh with. So tonight for me was just really nice after I was editing a video. And honestly, I was getting so emotional thinking, this is it. I've made it. This is girlhood. This is the community that I've always dreamed of. And I have a post-it note on my desk and it says, "My life is so magical." And it truly is. I feel like adding those twinkle sounds because that's just how I feel right now. I'm so grateful for my friend and just seeing her shine, teaching this beautiful workshop, and truly being able to gather. I'm always inclusive, so with everyone, but tonight it was a group of wonderful women, and I was even able to see my friend just shine. So, if you are listening to this and you're saying, I wish I had a group of friends, or I wish I had people that made me feel normal, or healthy relationships, just a group of people, or even one person that you can be your most authentic self with, have no fear. Once you tell the universe that you want to let go of what doesn't serve you, you are making room for such a beautiful group of people and even bigger and better than you have ever imagined. Take it from me, ever since I was little, I always would be the gatherer, and then I was even telling my alignment coach slash mentor that in the past, so many people that I would gather together would end up excluding me. For example, there was one girl that I introduced her to her first boyfriend, and then they kicked me out of the group, and it was her and this boyfriend. And honestly, there were so many different things that happened on so many levels throughout my life. But I'm at a point now where I've created such a community, and then it made me so happy when someone said that they were talking to someone else. And that's what my alignment coach explained is because you made a community. And that's exactly it. I'm so glad that you're a part of this community. Hi, besties. It's me from the future. I am putting together this episode and I noticed that somehow Spirit messed with it and this part came out of nowhere and it's in the middle of the episode, but I don't know where it belongs. So it is meant to be here. Everything is divine, but it's about to jump back to the beautiful candle workshop that I attended. So just know that I don't know where this clip was supposed to be, but now it's supposed to be here. Okay, back to the episode. I love you guys. Mwah. Everyone there was shining, able to be creative, and honestly, it was just so healing, especially being surrounded by such powerful women. Your angel team and your angels that protect you every day truly wanted you to hear these messages, and maybe one day you're re listening to this. I always say that you should replay the episodes when you feel like it. And I even seen my sign for 143, I love you. One for I, four for love, and then three for you, YOU. And that's just your angels acknowledging how much they love you. They are so proud of you. You are such an incredible person. And just know that you have gone through so many challenges that led you up to today. And they're even showing, say you go on a hike, you're out of breath, you're tripping on rocks, you have people passing you, they're going so much faster than you, and you're struggling. You're going up this hill, up this mountain, sweating. Okay, hear me out. Maybe this has never happened to you, but the meaning behind it is that's life. People will be racing up past you and you think that they're so far ahead, or maybe you're faster than someone else and you get to the top before them. But all that matters is that we're on this beautiful journey. Eventually, you can look over and see such a beautiful view, and that's exactly what life is. You have to find the beauty. Maybe someone that hates butterflies is on the same hike, and there are hundreds of butterflies, and that is what gives you hope to keep going, and you're taking pictures where you're taking it all in. And then the person that hates butterflies is screaming, they're wailing their arms around, they hate that there's all these butterflies. That just is a perfect example that you can have the same situation and two different perspectives, many perspectives, but two different people will come away from this hike and say totally different stories. So the message is life is all about what you make of it. All of these challenges that you're going to Ooh, I said going to. I meant to say going through. So what they're saying is going to that you will have challenges come your way, even though right now it might be a good spot in your life. Just like me, I'm on a high from my workshop that I attended tonight with Miss Anna. But I will have challenges come up, maybe tomorrow, maybe sometime in the future. I will definitely have challenges. And the message coming through is that it's all about how we look at it. So that leads me to something else that I worked on with my mentor in one of my recent sessions, and that is that you have to live through the emotions. And something that I'm learning is that we could energetically have a block in one of our chakras, which I knew that, but I didn't know that there could be a bypass. And I'm definitely still learning more about that, but I thought that that would be interesting to talk about because your spirit team is mentioning it right now. So, if you are just feeling down, one piece of advice I have is to get up. They're saying don't be sitting, and I think right now the person listening to this that needs advice, they need to get up and move, shake it out, wail your arms. Today I even had a slight headache and I put my head like forward with my hair down and I was literally just shaking out the bad energy. It sounds pretty funny when you think about it, but to me, I was just getting the bad vibes out. Hi, besties! Oh my gosh, so much has happened since the last time I recorded. That was Friday, and now it is Tuesday. I'm here in New York, and we had a blizzard, and there is just so much I want to cover. So I'm so excited that I have the opportunity to talk to you guys before I go to Costa Rica. Right now, I'm inviting all of your angels to step forward, and no matter what time you get this, it will be a timeless message. You were meant to put this on and hear this exact message right now. So, right away, your angels just want to tell you how proud they are of you. I can just feel the warmth. They're even showing me, it sounds crazy, but waffles and maybe your angel. I asked if it's a grandma. I'm hearing no. Maybe it was a grandpa, a male energy. Just know if one of your they're even saying your elders. I would never say that as myself, but the message coming through is if one of your elders, one of your angels that watches over you every day, if they loved to cook for you, spoil you, give you eggs, bacon, waffles, a whole breakfast bar. And when I said that, they were even laughing, saying like it could be something simple like a breakfast bar, like an actual to go easy to eat thing, but also you are validated the people that would have like a buffet style breakfast bar, unlimited options. So, anyway, your angels are just right off the bat trying to make you feel at home and feel closer to them because they wish that they could cook for you every single day. I'm even hearing that when you have small blessings, like the car in front of you pays for your food through a drive-through, something like that, just know those are directly gifts from your angels. They put the message in the person's head. It would be nice if I pay for the car behind me. And then that directly impacts you. Maybe you're thinking right now, oh my God, she's right. They just did that. That just happened. A neighbor shoveled when I didn't ask them. Stuff like that. However that resonates for you, your angels want you to know they are still taking care of you every single day. I'm even looking at my notes, and one of my listeners, Jojo, who always supports my TikTok lives and leaves the best comments on TikTok, you are listening to this. So, hi to all of my clients who I just love so much. Everyone in this community, I love you, love you, love you so much. Jojo is asking on TikTok Live for the whole collective, how do we know what our angels are sending us? And on TikTok, I was able to channel a direct message for her and that whole collective. So let me ask our angels to explain for this collective, how do we know that they are sending us signs? How do we know what they are sending us? And right away, I'm hearing, we know because we're in the driver's seat. They will never try to make us feel uncomfortable. I do have one client, and I'm picturing her story right now where she shared something that scared her because I won't share the details for her privacy, but her angel wrote a message in Steam on a window, like a mirror slash window. So you can all fill in the gaps, use your imagination. But when she saw this, there was no one else in the house. There were actual letters that she saw, and it freaked her out. And I'm even feeling her angel stepping forward right now, and that wasn't their intention. They don't want us to get scared. And I know since it's not always the norm to talk about things that are woo woo and spiritual and things that we can't make up, we are not the ones doing these things. Maybe something falls off of a shelf and there's no fan on it, nothing, no animals in the room to knock it down. But that's all that it takes for us to believe in this is acknowledging that things are happening. Blessings happen to us every day without us trying. There's so many things we cannot make up. The client I had could not make up that there was a message written on that steam. There was no one else in the house. And just know that your angels aren't doing anything on purpose to scare you. Maybe there are spirits that aren't the brightest, that maybe they were in your house before you moved into that house. That's something different. I'm talking about the love and the light, the angels that protect you every single day. My advice though, if you do have something that is kind of freaky that you don't want, is to even yell out loud at them and say, get out of here, put your hand and stop them from coming into your space. You can open up a window. I just told someone this and it resonated. They said, oh, I don't open up the windows. And then I said, okay, maybe you could open up your door. And my advice is always to sage. You can literally just make your space feel so safe by setting the intentions. A lot of us, if you're not doing this spiritual work every day, you just are walking around and energy will hit you and you feel someone's icky energy, and that's how you know it's real. We cannot see when things happen on our phone. We just have a phone service, and somehow everywhere we go it works. And then when it doesn't work, you get very flustered thinking, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to get from point A to B? I need my map and it's not working. Somehow picture that just like the spiritual world. We cannot see the cloud. We cannot see where our pictures are being stored. And then we hit a button and all of our pictures magically come onto our phone that we have had the same account for 10 plus years. And now all of the pictures from every phone can just come from the cloud. There's a phone system where we're talking in one phone and the other person with no wires is talking to us back. It is so magical. Even if you think about TikTok Live, I don't know how it all works because we don't see all of that technology and the behind the scenes things that make that work. Now apply that to the spiritual world. We have to just trust that when you see, when you experience things, and when you can relate to someone else. Maybe when I'm telling stories, you say, I had something like that happen to me and it was freaky. Just know you're not alone because this isn't something that a lot of people talk about. I'm glad that it's more common now and you found me because it's more common, but just know you're not alone. And I love hearing your stories. You are not crazy. You are so, so, so valid because your loved ones want you to feel their presence. When I'm giving readings, I'm very transparent. When I feel the spirit go through me, when I can see an orb, when I feel them poking at your nose or giving you a kiss on your cheek or rubbing your back. I'm very transparent because they want me to say that since you also will feel the same sensation. For example, on TikTok Live, I could feel the angel rubbing the person's back. And when I said that, they acknowledged, yes, I just felt something on my back. The best way to describe what I feel when that happens is usually they'll come near my face. And I talked about it with my mom. We took our psychic classes together to develop our gifts and abilities. So I love talking to her, and we share all the time about things that are going on. Orbs on my face, my neck, anywhere that I don't have clothes on. And I think that's another perfect example. When you're little, or maybe now, if you get afraid and you're in your room, you put the blanket on. And when you take your blanket off, it's exposing you, if that makes sense. And like, I feel like little kids, when they're afraid and they might see spirits. I know one of my clients, her daughter, is experiencing different things and being open to the spirit world. So this might really resonate for her and everyone else listening. But the blanket is a form of protection because you can cover your body. You can put it over and cover your eyes. If you're afraid, you can use that as like a shield, I guess. And I'm just talking from experience when I was little, and even now I will put like I use a blanket to go to sleep. But I think when I'm giving readings that my clothes are the shield. I'm not feeling the spirit orbs necessarily touching my skin, only where it's exposed, and that's usually my neck and then my face. So I do say that a lot. Right when I feel them, I'll say they just hit your cheek, they just hit your neck, they're right behind your ear, and that really resonates for people. They'll say, yeah, I hurt my head right where you're pointing. And that's just your angels bringing you peace and showing that they're with you. To go back to the point, it usually will feel like you have to itch it, and that's the best way to describe it. I can see the orbs as well. So when the orb goes through you, you usually get chills where you might feel hot. You might also, when they're touching near your face or your neck, it's just, to me, the best way to say it in English is they're giving you a kiss on the cheek. Where if they hit my nose, I know that they're like poking at your nose, and it's a very sweet gesture. I hope that one day when you book a session with me, or maybe I give you a reading on TikTok Live, I hope you can experience that in real time where they'll show me something that they're doing for you. Like they were just rubbing this woman's back, giving her comfort. And then when I say that, the validation is right there and you feel it as well. I'm truly just the messenger, and I love, love, love that I get to do this work because I feel so lit up. It makes my soul so happy to connect you with your loved ones, and I'm so proud of all of you for being open to it because there are lots of people that, and I have a few cards in front of me and they all just are in reverse as I'm saying this. Yeah, they're all in reverse. So to me, that means that the people that don't open up to the spiritual world, they're the ones that are not getting the signs. They probably feel miserable, and it's really hard to grieve and miss your loved ones and then feel like they're not with you. So I'm also validating the people that are on the fence and thinking, is this real? How does she know all of this? The people that say that psychic mediums Google and they can go on Facebook. I don't know you guys. I don't even know your legal names. I go on TikTok and I swear yesterday it came up and I asked if they went to Wendy's. Why is Wendy's important? And someone that I was just reading for them said I think they said chicken and fries. They're like, I was just at Wendy's. And then other people in there were saying similar things. The whole collective had to hear that at the same time, and I've never channeled about Wendy's before. And then I remember it was someone named Maddie. I said, Maddie, actually for you, they're saying your hair, how Wendy's, the logo, she has two braids. And this girl from TikTok said, oh my God, my hair is in that hairstyle right now. I have two braids and they look like the Wendy's logo. I cannot make that up. I would not know what this girl's hairstyle is. And I think it's just so magical. If anyone here, I don't think you are skeptics because you're listening to a psychic bestie hotline advice line. And I'm just so proud of all of you that you are open and you probably have so many experiences with your spirit team letting you know that they're there. A car most definitely cuts in front of you and it has your loved one's birthday, it has a special message. That is not a coincidence. I don't know how they do it. And when I cross over one day, I will be able to figure out how to send my loved ones and my friends signs. But for now, we just have to trust that they do it, and we don't know how. It's so cool, and that's the fun part about it. Okay, to answer JoJo's question, I feel like I just talked for 10 minutes, and I'm not sure if I explicitly answered what she said. How do we know what our angels are sending us? The easiest answer is You know because you're telling them what to send you. Also, if you ever say out loud or in your head, was that from? And then enter whoever the name is, whoever your angel is. For me, it would be my dad. Was that a sign from my dad? If you are thinking, was that a sign? Yes. That gut feeling is you channeling. You have a gut feeling because they're communicating with you. So that is the best answer I could give is that you have all the power. You tell them, I want to see and make something so random, say an orange unicorn today. And I bet you while you're scrolling, maybe an AI video of an orange unicorn will dance across your screen and you will say, oh my God, I cannot freaking believe that my angel is so cool. And then I even said this once on TikTok that you might have to ask for it again because the first time, usually you're like, okay, maybe my phone somehow just did that. Maybe if you told someone a sign out loud, you're like, my phone might have been listening. When the next, say, Angel, show me the sign again. I want to see an orange unicorn. I bet the little kid walking past you in the grocery store will have an orange unicorn on their shirt, and you'll say, Holy SHIT. I don't know if there's kids listening to this, but you will be so surprised that your angels actually put you in the path of whatever you ask for. And I cannot make that up. No psychic can magically place something in your path. So, again, I'm not here to defend psychic mediums. Just know you're on your own journey and you don't have to change anyone's opinion. I will always listen to your woo woo stories if you DM me, if you book a one on one session. I want you to feel normal, and that is the best part of this community. And honestly, the community that I've built where we're so friendly, the TikTok lives feel like such strong groups of people every time I join. They're commenting, and I even loved that someone I already mentioned in this commented and I saw them tagging someone and then they were talking. And that happens all the time. Share the grief and the journey that you're on because we're not alone. This journey is lifelong and you are not crazy. So when you see a bird come up to your window right after you are thinking about your loved one, that bird is somehow your spirit family member coming to you. I don't know how they do it, but just believe in the magic. Also, right away, I can hear my dad saying he's so proud of me, and I just want to extend that to all of you. Your angels are so, so, so proud of you, and I can see their orbs circling me right now. If your angel was your best friend, they still are treating you and talking to you and sending you signs as if they're your best friend. If you take anything away, just know that they are always sending you signs. They love you so much, if not more, than when they were here. Another interesting thing that happened to me on the last time I went away, it was a cruise. And I actually mentioned this in my Confessions of a Psychic Medium episode number 10. But when I was on the cruise, I never told you guys this. I was giving someone a reading, the person I was with, and so much information was coming through. I didn't know the person before they passed away, and I got the name of his wife, and then I didn't say it out loud. And this was the moment I learned when this happens, it represents that the person who passed away was very quiet, where they didn't share all of their feelings. Like my family, we all know everything that's going on. We know every detail. Within seconds of something happening, we all know about it. When I was channeling for this outsider's friend, the person told me the wife's name, his wife's name, and I did not say it. And then I said out loud instead, what was his wife's name? Meanwhile, I knew it, and it was not a generic name. It was so random. And as soon as the person that I was reading for them said out loud the wife's name, it was just so crazy. It was such a unique name. I knew it. And then when they said it back to me, I was like, oh my God. Like it made me so annoyed that I didn't say it out loud. Then I learned within 1 second that was the spirit's way of saying that while they were on Earth, they didn't share the things that they wanted to say. And they were making me feel how they felt. After they passed, they realized that there was so much left unsaid. Maybe they didn't say I love you. That the person's personality was to not share all of their emotions. And I told you, my family, I was raised where we have no secrets. Everything is so out there on the table. out in the open. We all support each other and we know things about what's going on in each other's lives in real time. So when I had to channel that frustration that the soul had, that there were things he wanted to say and he didn't have the opportunity, that was really eye-opening for me. My point in that is if the spirit, family member or friend, loved one, was on earth and they weren't chatty, they didn't say things that they were thinking, they held maybe their I love yous in. Again, my family will say it 5 times in 1 minute. So, this is not my experience, but from channeling this soul and a few after that would hold in information, just know that when they do pass, they don't have to do that anymore. They are a better version of the person that was here on earth, if that makes sense. So just know that after they pass, they go through a beautiful life review. And when I tell clients this, I see their face in real time and they picture them having to do that. And they're like, ooh, that must be a lot. Like, that's crazy to have to go through all of these life lessons that they had to learn in these many years, or even if it was a short amount of time on earth. They have so much that they learned, and they felt so much love at the same time, no matter what the challenges are. So, everyone listening to this, you will go through a life review when you pass away. And my advice, and what I'm channeling through, is that these spirits that you love so much, if there was any tension or anything that was left unsaid on earth, they will see it from another perspective once they pass. They will then probably give you even more love and light, even if they were bitter when they were here. Maybe you weren't close when they passed away. Just know that there is so much love and no tension, no guilt. I do get a lot of clients where they're like, ugh, I don't want this uncle to talk to me. And that's okay. That is your boundary. And I have angels too that I had no relationship with them when they passed, and I don't need to channel or talk to them. So I hear you guys. But I'm sending you all so much love. I hope that you were able to get something positive out of that. And again, I'm here to validate you 110%. Keep your boundaries, protect your peace and your love always. Just know you can find peace and love even after they pass. If there was anything left unsaid, any tension, you can talk to them out loud. They hear you. Talk to them in your head. Anything that you've been thinking of right now, they probably already know. And I also want to say on that, they're not intrusive. So if you're thinking, I don't want them knowing all the things I'm doing, or I don't want them seeing me all the time, they don't. They respect you. And again, like I said, if you're dealing with any spirits that might be nasty, darker souls, protect yourself. I always encourage people to put a white bubble of protection. And I even told my client for the first time this past week that the bubble has to look like milk. Picture white milk. And I know that sounds crazy. Or even picture an igloo. I'm in a winter wonderland right now, so lots of snow. It has to be white, not clear, because clear isn't the protection. The white will protect you. Okay, and I might sound like a broken record. I've probably said this in almost all of the episodes, but you can invite your angels to step forward. Picture them in the room with you. Picture their name. However this resonates for you. Everyone will have a different experience because it's so unique to what you need. If you're ever not feeling safe, picture a dome around your space, your room, your house, your office building, your car, or just picture you in a bubble. Then invite your angel to step forward, invite them to pull or vacuum out or suck out anything that doesn't serve us, any negative energy, and then you'll actually feel peaceful. You can go to sleep and know that you'll be protected. There's definitely a longer meditation I can do, so if you're ever interested one-on-one, we can talk about that. But that's the gist of it. Wherever you are, if you feel unsafe, put a dome, put a bubble protecting you, white like milk. Okay, speaking of the snowstorm, I wanted to share my experience. The snowstorm we had prior to this, and I have a lot of people from across the world, the US. Maybe it is sunshine, rainbows, palm trees. So this might not resonate 100%, but picture this however it resonates for you. And also, how many times can I say resonate in one episode? I bet we're at a lot right now. Anyway, from my experience, I'm in New York. We just got 2 feet of snow in a blizzard. And the energy yesterday felt so off. And when I talked to my mom, we were talking about it, and she said, "Oh, the air pressure changed, and that makes people go crazy," which I didn't get to really research that. So everyone can do their own research, but I just am fully believing my mom that there is proof of why everyone is going crazy. Also, I just feel like the energy yesterday, I was working and I was also talking to outsiders yesterday. It just felt like everyone was not very stable, I guess. And again, I'm here to validate you that if something wacky happened recently, because this is a timeless message, whenever you're hearing this, something just happened and you had to deal with bad energies and people that are rubbing you the wrong way. I had a few people that were in my space on my phone, not that I know. They were just being annoying, and I am your psychic bestie, so I feel like I can share this with you, and I'm an open book. That even I have to deal with people that are so annoying. And all I could focus on was myself. I can't control these people, the things that they were writing that didn't make sense, or however this resonates for you, that yesterday the energy was off. I felt like everyone was just going crazy. Meanwhile, the storm before this, it was such a loving energy. So many people went and got food, and they were having snow parties, baking, like honestly, night and day. So, I don't know what your experience was. And this doesn't include me on TikTok. I love going on TikTok with you guys, and you all brought me back down to earth. I was able to connect with you, and it was just beautiful. I'm talking about outsiders, not in this community. Anyway, this morning I had to deal with the same people, and it was very frustrating. But I'm so, so, so proud of myself because the old version of me, I would have gotten upset. It might have ruined my whole day. This version of me, I stood up for myself. I had the boundaries. I spoke my piece, but I also, inside, I'm sending light and love. Everything worked out, and I took a shower. I know that's my biggest advice every episode. Wash off anything bad that is around you. I walked on my walking pad. I was shaking out my body, my wrist. I was getting that bad energy off. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and that way I would not get any notifications that would upset me. Something else that's huge is social media. Remove the people that are annoying you. Remove, and this is channeled, this is all for you, this message. Remove people in your space that don't light you up, that don't bring you up. And I saw something on TikTok and it said, let me try and remember how she worded it, but she said, "I see the people that you clap for and I don't need you to cheer for me." Something along those lines, that you don't need validation from someone, that you see the people in their circle, you see that they're negative. You don't need their opinions. You don't need to hear what they're thinking because it won't serve you. This is your psychic bestie advice, to drop the people that don't bring you up. Also, when you let go of people that aren't serving you, that maybe they lied to you, no matter what the situation is, you are making so much space and room for more beautiful connections and the right people to step on your path. So if anyone is going through a hard time right now, no matter where it is, work, relationships, friendships, family dynamics, no matter what it is, I support you. I know that this podcast might not change you right now, and that's not why I'm saying all of this. It's to validate you and make you feel that this is normal. We're supposed to not get along with everyone, and people are meant to upset us. But what we have to do is control our peace, our love, our happiness, and our power. I put on my walking pad. I walked all the bad energy off, and then I took a nice shower. I did everything to be peaceful, and even my lights just flickered. That's our angels. They're saying that all of you might have routines that look different than mine. If someone upsets you, maybe you start baking a cake. That is great. Put your energy into something that makes you feel happy. Okay, they just had me take a deep breath, and my attention was even brought over to a whiteboard that I have. And what I saw, your angels are saying that it's as easy as wiping off the dry erase marker. You can have something that sticks onto you. Someone's bad comment, their energy, maybe they roll their eyes at you. Wipe it off like you're wiping off a dry erase board. It is easy when you think about it. Is it that easy in the moment? No, it's a challenge, and that's what we're all here to learn and protect our energy. That sounds like such a great visual, though, that it's as easy as wiping off the whiteboard. Nothing that someone says has to be a permanent marker. Just know that. You can wipe them off. Wipe off the bad energy. Do that today, tomorrow, and the rest of your life. Ooh, okay, so I'm looking down at my paper and someone was asking a question and I wrote down soul contracts. The perfect example of this is when I went to Bali. I was there for 9 days plus the 2 days of travel, and I met someone, and honestly, our story is so, so, so special that I didn't talk to her organically. Like, we didn't have a conversation the whole trip until maybe it was the last 2 days. And the story that we shared together, the experience, life changing for both of us. Ugh, I just am so grateful for that experience on the trip. And I won't share all those details right now. But the soul contract, I truly believe that I was meant to go there. We're from different parts of the US. We were meant to fly independently to Bali, meet in Bali on this beautiful retreat, go through all of these experiences, not talk to each other until the end of the trip, go through the most insane experience together that was spirit led, and then both of our lives were forever changed because of the interactions that we had. So when I was talking to my mentor after the Bali trip, that is when I was in my psychic gifts and abilities course with her. And she explained that my soul contract with this woman that we went to Bali at the same time on the same retreat, we're from different parts of the US. Our soul contract when we came here was meant to do that. We were meant to help each other and go through what we did at that moment together. That was in our soul contract. Okay, now flipping to the other side of this. That was such a beautiful example. We had a life-changing experience that lifted us both up. So life-changing. I can't wait to one day be able to share that story with you. Now, to go to the other side of the spectrum, you can have a soul contract with someone and it was meant to bring you down. Maybe you lost trust, you got crushed, you got hurt. But your soul contract, that had to happen. And I'm not going to give examples because you know what this means for you. The soul contract with someone that had to teach you such a hard lesson and you had to walk away from them. And now your life will get so much better because you were able to leave whatever that soul contract learning lesson was. So, again, I feel like everything was meant to teach us a lesson. Maybe right now, because you left someone, you feel, or maybe they left you. Just know your feelings are so valid no matter what you're feeling. You can grieve people that are here that aren't on the other side. And I even titled this at the end, it says navigating grief. This includes grief of relationships, of futures that you thought you had when you separate, when you aren't talking to someone again. That is grieving. You are grieving someone that is alive. And I think that's not talked about a lot either. You are grieving the future that you thought you had with them. The card that is in front of me right now is my here card. It is a card that represents they want you to be in the present. And what they're saying is right now you're still stuck probably on whichever experience you had with a soul contract that had to teach you a hard lesson. Maybe it was grief and you lost someone that passed away. Maybe it's grief of the future you thought you had because of a major life decision. Now you don't have that future. They really want you to close the door, focusing all of your energy on the past, or the future that will never happen, and find ways to bring yourself to the present. One thing that I'm being told is to look around your room, and this came up on TikTok as well when I was talking about this. Count how many books you have on your shelf, or say, my TV is right there. I don't know, I'm just saying random things. Say, there are 3 red pens and 1 orange pen and 2 yellow highlighters. Something to bring you into the reality. Because when you're counting or you're looking at things in front of you, you can't think about other things in your head. So play around with that, however that resonates for you. When you are in your head thinking a lot about the past, the present, the future that won't actually happen, try and bring yourself back into the room. Ground, which I'm also working on this, being able to feel my emotions, being able to dance and shake it out and be in the moment because the moment is all we have right now. Ooh, I love this conversation. I feel like I could still talk a lot about soul contracts, but I think I gave you the gist of it, that we are meant to find all the people that we interact with. And the card that just came out says not for you, and it's in reverse, meaning there's people that enter your life and they're not meant to be with you forever. They're not meant to bring your energy down. Maybe in the moment they're there to teach you a lesson. Maybe the car that cuts you off is there to teach you patience, that you can't get all worked up. You can't have your heart rate racing and getting your whole day messed up because of one person's stupid action. And that could happen a billion times a day. But all we can do is a billion and one times protect our energy. The truth always comes out, and I'm picking up on a grandma energy. If you have a grandma, or even I'm picturing an aunt stepping forward, a mom energy, someone who cares about you so much. They're saying that the truth will always be told, and not to worry and think about other people and what they're talking or saying about you, because you can't control them. You can't control their narrative. And yeah. Something I saw on TikTok, she said, for every person that talks about me, I don't know how she worded it, but the point was when people are talking about you behind your back, tell the universe every time my name is said, send me, and you pick whatever you want, but I'll say send a billion blessings or unlimited blessings. So when someone is talking negative or my name is out in the universe, send me back blessings, universe. And so it is. Tell the universe that you are the most magical person. Show me how magical it can get. Always be specific. Always put out something way out there, because we don't know how good it can get until the universe shows us, but we have to be open to it. Okay, I am so proud of all of you. I am your biggest fan. Literally, you guys are my besties, and I want to talk a little bit more about that as well. Your friend group will either make or break you. The people that you see, maybe at your workplace, they might be the most miserable people. Surround yourself with people that will light you up. And I'm still reading the Let Them theory, and she said something interesting, that people usually spend more time at work with their coworkers than they do with their family members. Which for me, I get to work home a lot. I am so blessed that I get to work home, because I definitely love to be home in my own space. But I have had many jobs out in the community with people, and I'm sending love to anyone that is having a hard situation like that. My advice is to romanticize it. When you are in your little cubicle or at your desk and you can feel like a dark cloud at the desk next to you, or there's someone talking on the phone and every conversation is negative. Every time she answers or he answers the phone, the person is the worst customer ever. And you might think, oh, when I talk to them, they're all happy. My advice: romanticize your job. Put up a picture that makes you happy. Maybe pull up Pinterest on your computer and have positive affirmations on the screen off to the side. Whatever you need to do to romanticize your life. Maybe you bring a snack or your favorite drink, or you set up a massage so that way after your work day you have something that's making you so happy. You get to go home, you get to go to the massage, whatever that means for you. Romanticize your life. Whenever you are going through something where you can't control the other person, like in a workplace, romanticize and protect your energy. You can still love your job and struggle with the people that are in the office, if that makes sense. At the same time, always protect yourself, speak your truth, because you are so wise. Your feelings are valid, and I'm just trying to help you. If you have to sit next to negative, I was about to say Nancy, sorry if your name is Nancy, but if you're next to someone that's so negative, let them be negative. You can just throw love their way. By you giving them love, hopefully they will also feed off of your positive energy. And if they don't, you can't change them. That's literally who they are. Okay, I'm asking our angels, what else do we need to know before I end this episode? I'm even hearing that it was such a beautiful way to come together today. No matter when you're listening to this, before you started, you probably had a lot on your mind. And I hope that by sitting back, by listening to this advice, you don't have to think as much. Your angels will be sending you information all the time. And when you start listening to them or seeing their signs, it gives you so much peace to just sit back and not have to worry about all of these things. Which I even told one of my clients this week. We had such a beautiful session. All of the sessions are beautiful. I love all of you. But with this one session in particular, she was saying, well, I want to ask this question, but I know I shouldn't know all these answers. And my answer to that was, from my own experience, I'm going through this breakup, and the fact that I know that there's a higher version of my life. There's a path that is just so bright. I'm even picturing this like this awful snowstorm, lots of snow, 2 feet, no path. That's the other way. If I stayed with that, I would be in a snowstorm. That's not beautiful. The path that is open, it to me they're showing a sidewalk that there's no snow. It looks very clean, no hurdles, if that makes sense. The other one is me in a snowstorm with it up to my hip. I can't see the path. There's no path. There we hit a block. This other beautiful pathway is lighting up. There's sunshine. There's so much potential and it's easy. There wouldn't be any roadblocks. I could easily walk on this next path that I have. And I'm just channeling this right now. So, all of you, picture if you also have gone through a breakup, maybe you're divorced, maybe something like you used to work at a toxic job that I was explaining earlier, and now you have a new job. What they're showing us is that there's so many paths we can take. In our life, we have free will. When you're getting a psychic session, the messages coming through are for the highest version of your life, the best possible case scenario. And you can get there. They wouldn't say it if it wasn't actually meant to happen. But if we stay in these relationships, if we get lied to, if we stay where we're unhappy, maybe the workplace just brings you down. You're saying, I have my massage, I have my nail appointment, but I still feel so much cloudy, bad, icky energy when I'm in the workplace. Switching jobs might be the best case scenario for you. Maybe switching from working in the office to at home will just be a life changer. And that would literally alter the path that you're on. Instead of going and getting coffee or your lunch in the office, now you have anything that you do now on this new path. You have new opportunities. I love when I re-listen to this and I'm editing because I'm like, wow, that was a really good message because it's coming from all of your angel teams. So just know everything I said is specifically tailored for you. I am so happy that you're here. They're showing, even on this most magical path, that there's no barriers. When it snows, they're saying, like, maybe there's a little salt on your path. Wounds will come back up. Right now, I'm going through reliving experiences in my head and I'm talking about it and realizing different things that have hurt me in the past, and that's normal. And my advice is to get it out. It is to do things that make you happy. And just know we are all going through different things at the same time. No one is perfect. And I know that my path will still have challenges. Maybe they're showing, like when the ducks cross the road, every car has to stop and they keep going and they might stop and it might take time. Maybe even a deer runs in your pathway. I don't know where you guys live if you have deer that do this, but when I went to school upstate New York, one time I was eating ice cream while driving and I had my Dairy Queen. I made a turn onto the road and a deer came out of nowhere, and it was one of the scariest things I had to do. I was singing and eating my ice cream. I was so happy, and in the pitch black, I just saw a deer run in front of me, and within a second, I hit my brakes. I didn't hit the deer, thank God. That's because I knew an angel was watching over me. I literally was holding my cup of ice cream. Crazy, right? So my point in that is I was on such a great path. I was so happy listening to music, carefree. I was so happy going back to college. And within a second, something came in my path and it freaked me out. Take that with no matter what happens. A car cuts you off. If someone says something that's not nice, we have to keep moving. I still had to get back to my school. Nothing bad actually happened, even though they stopped me in my tracks. Things will come up on your path, no matter how clear it is, no matter how beautiful the highest version of you is. Things will come up, but it's up to us to take a step back, realize that we are so blessed. It could have been worse. I could have hit, it was a whole family of deer, one after the next. My car stopped, I was holding my ice cream, I was freaking out. But I made it, and now it's a few years later, and I'm fine. I can look back on that and say, like, that 1 second wasn't that bad. It's okay. And I can go back to that version of me. How brave was I that I was 8 hours away, up at RIT in Rochester, New York, where deer will just run in front of your car in the pitch black. And now I know. Anyway, I hope that you're smiling right now, that you realize so many of us go through so many things in one day, and we have gotten through every single challenge that has led us to this point right now. I'm so proud of you. Your angels are giving you the biggest, biggest hug. And I hope right when you heard that, you feel maybe chills, you maybe feel warmth, you might feel an itch on your face. And if you don't feel that now, just know when you do, it is them. Tell them, I want to feel your energy. I want to know that your orb is in the room. Oh, and before I end, a quick story. Before I started my journey of taking classes with my mom and becoming a professional psychic, I said to my mentor when she reached out and was asking if I would be interested, I said that my cats will randomly look up at the sky in my room, which I know I've talked about this before, but I have the coolest story ever, and I can't wait to document this and post the video on social media, so definitely stay tuned for that. But my cats would look up, and I knew that there was something. My dad, I knew it was him, but I wanted to be able to tune in for myself and somehow talk to him or know and hear him back that he was right above my head in my room because this would happen often. My cat would just look up at the sky. I would look, is there a spider or something? No, nothing in the room, but my dad. And it just happened, and then it happened the next day. I will post the video from the second day that it happened, and in my head I was saying, Dad, have my cat, he was up on the headboard. He was trying to get as close to the ceiling as he could to be with my dad. He was playing with my dad, and this orb, I could see the orb because I learned how to open up and be able to see it. And my dad was playing with my cat for at least 15 minutes. It was probably a little bit more than 15. In my head, I was saying to my dad, okay, move over by me. And then my cat's head would look really slow, following his orb, and my cat would just walk over right where I told my dad to go. And it was making me so happy. Then I would say, have my cat walk the other way. And right away in the video, he walks to the other direction. Like, we cannot make this up. Then my dad somehow started playing with him, and my cat was hitting the air and playing with my dad's orb, my dad's spirit. He started playing. I can't even describe it really on this podcast, but when you see the video, it is magical. We cannot make this up. I took my class because I said I want to be able to hear my dad, get messages from him directly. So just know all of you can do it, I can do. And you can learn so fast. If anything, when you start talking to them more and getting signs in return, you will be so open and learn and hear things from them quicker than if you're blocked off. So you're even at a closer step than other people are. I just wanted to share that. I hope I did that video justice, how I explained it, but it was so special because I could see with my own eyes my dad's orb moving, and then my cat's eyes and his body would move and play with the orb, and it's just so magical. Okay, I love you guys. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm about to go away on a retreat, and I can't wait to document and video, take pictures, be with all of these amazing women, and learn and be in the culture in Costa Rica, and then come back and report to you what I learned. And I will keep notes. I might miss the next week's episode, but I will definitely post as soon as I get home. I am so excited that you're here. Thank you so much for being such an amazing part of this community. Every time you join on my TikTok lives, every single person listening to this, you bring to the community comfort and healing. And honestly, that's what it's all about. The community is about lifting each other up, helping each other when we're going through any struggle, grief, anything that might bring you down. Eventually, you will get back up. And yeah, I'm just so happy for you. If you are going through a hard time right now, I'm sending you so much love. If you are going through a great time, I'm also sending you love because when it's good, it keeps getting good. When it's bad, it keeps getting worse. So I hope that you're all on the path where you feel like everything's working out in your favor. And if it's not right now, it just takes a little tweaking to your life to make sure that you're with the people that bring you up, to make sure you're advocating for yourself and that you are making decisions to be the best version of you. We all have free will, and I'm so excited to see where all of your lives take you. Thank you for being here. My name is Tricia Heals. My social media links will be below, but you can find me on TikTok at tricia.heals1. You can always email me if you have any questions. If you would like a one-on-one session and my Calendly link doesn't have anything where you have a time slot, please let me know. I'm super flexible. I can't wait to meet with you. You can email me at tricia.heals1@gmail.com. My Instagram, tricia.heals. I'm on Facebook, YouTube. Just Google me and you will go down a rabbit hole. Okay, I love you all so much. I can't wait for the next episode. Stay tuned. When I come home, I will definitely post. I love you guys. Have the best day. Have the best week, month, year. Have the best life ever. You guys are rocking it. You are superstars. Love you guys. Bye.